Hello students, welcome you all on our e-learning platform of our GS College of Commerce Wardha, and today I will deliver the lecture on CLSP, Company Law and Secretarial Practice. In earlier lectures we have gone through with the different different topics of Unit 2 which we have already started, and in that we have seen promoters, promotion, role of a promoter, what are his functions, liabilities, duties, etc. Now the next step of that, unless you understand the meaning and actually the role of promoter, it is difficult to understand the further processing, like how the company is formed and how it is incorporated. So it was essential to understand before this lecture who are the promoters, what is their role, what kind of contribution they are giving in the formation of the company. Rather, they are the foremost and important persons who are involved in the promotion, incorporation and formation of the company. As you are aware that role of promoter, what he is doing, he is himself, acting as a first director. His name is subscribed in memorandum of association. Then he is neither an agent nor he has only fiduciary duties towards the companies. Means he has to work on behalf of the company with complete belief and trust. So apart from that, first we will see what is formation. Formation means to form, to open a new company, to start a new company, to incorporate a new company. At the same time, it is called registration of new company. How the new company is registered, how the certificate of incorporation has been received from the government authorities under the Companies Act 2013. So in that case, first is promotion, that we have gone through with. We have seen the meaning of promotion, role of promoters, duties, fiduciary duty, at the same time the statutory and judicial decisions, then incorporation. The second step is incorporation, and finally it comes with commencement. So these we have finished, and today we will go through with the second step, that is incorporation. And under incorporation, how the company is incorporated, what is the actual process, rather the different steps which must be followed as per the given steps. If one of the steps is missed by the promoters, then company will not be formed or the incorporation certificate will not be received. So today we are here in incorporation, and under incorporation we need to see what are the steps involved in the incorporation of the company. So incorporation means to incorporate, to complete the compulsory rules, regulations and formalities for the purpose of incorporation. These are called the 11 steps of incorporation. So as per the Companies Act 2013, there are near about 11 steps for the incorporation of the company. Now incorporation starts with what? First, obtain a digital signature certificate. In short, digital signature certificate is also known as DSC. Now you all are aware that even the incorporation, formation, everything is taking place online, means e-filing is compulsory. Now from the viewpoint of e-filing of the records of the statements of every company, that particular signature which is known as digital, the word digital itself here is self-explanatory, means the signature should be digital. It means it should be scanned, that image is there. So that particular signature is used on the various financial and other different statements of the company. So first, the promoters, what they need to do to obtain a digital signature certificate, that is known as DSC. It is needed for the persons authorized to sign the documents for e-filing. E-filing, for the purpose of e-filing, whatever the documents are required, and on that document that particular sign is attached or it will be used. So promoters and the proposed first directors need to obtain a DSC by applying the certificate by applying to the certified authority, and that certified authority is ROC, Registrar of the Company. Okay, and they have to obtain that particular certificate that this company will use DSC, that is Digital Signature Certificate, for all the purpose of statements which are required for e-filing. So correct? This is obtaining or obtain a digital signature certificate. Now after obtaining, what is next? Register DSC. Okay, that registration is also required. Register DSC in the name of director with MCA. Now DSC is clear with you, digital signature certificate. Now that particular certificate has to be registered in the name of director. Okay, means the person who will be acting as a director, only his or her name, that DSC will be issued. Now after obtaining that certificate in the name of director with MCA. What is that MCA? MCA means Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Now what is the job of MCA? MCA, we can say it as a government authority, means all the administration regarding the Companies Act 2013 is taken care by MCA. What I have said, all the administration work regarding the commencement of the business, regarding the registration and incorporation, has been taken care by the MCA, that is Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Now after obtaining a DSC in the name of director or the first promoters, the DSC has to be registered in with the MCA. MCA maintains the details of every director, including DIN, that we are going to see next. Okay, so MCA maintains the details regarding all the administration, including the DIN, personal details of the directors, etc. Now MCA means Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Okay, it administers all the administration job related to Companies Act 2013. They are looking after all the administration work, that is MCA. What is the job of MCA? To look after all the administration work of companies incorporation. Now next we will see obtain a director identification number. Again, as we have just said, that DIN is director or directors identification number. Now again, obtains means to take or to take the authorization from the government authority. So the proposed first directors of the proposed company who do not have DIN have to apply for the DIN in electronics form, and at that point they have to fill a particular form, and that particular form is known as SPIC 32 at the time of incorporation. If that particular director's identification number, if the company is do not having that number, then what procedure has to be adopted for that reason? The proposed first directors of the proposed company, means the company who is going to get incorporated, who is at the stage of in the process of incorporation. For that reason, the proposed first directors means the promoters of the proposed company who do not have DIN have to apply for DIN in electronics form. That form is known as SPICE 32 at the time of incorporation. A person to be appointed as a director must have DINs. Means if a company wants to appoint any director, before that, that particular person who is going to be a future director of the company must have that director identification number, which is also known as DIN. Okay, so this is the third step, which is known as obtaining director identification number. Clear? So these are the three steps. First, what is that? Obtain digital signature certificate. Okay, for the reason of documents of e-filing. Okay, for the purpose of e-filing documents, the digital signature certificate is compulsory, or the promoters have to obtain this DSC. Now after obtaining, the process do not end here. Again, after obtaining that certificate, it has to be registered. Means the registered DSC in the name of director, the person who is going to be the director of the newly proposed company or the company who is going to be incorporated with MCA, that is Ministry of Corporate Affairs, and Ministry of Corporate Affairs look after all the administration works related to Companies Act 2013. Clear? Then third is obtain director identification number. If already they are having a person who is going to be appointed as a director for the company, and if he is having dean, it's okay. But again, the new company who is appointing a new director who is do not having his special identification number or a director identification number, then what the promoters have to do? They have to obtain that director identification number with filling the form which is known as SPIC 32. Okay, that is also a e-form. Once the promoters are fulfilling the formality of filling that forms electronically, because the name of that form is SPIC E32. It means again that form has to be filled online. ठीक है? Once the proposed director is filing that particular form, then he will receive a director identification number. Now after the receipt of this number, what is next? Finalize the memorandum of association and article of association. I have already told you the meaning of MOA. MOA stands for Memorandum of Association. Till you are learning the subject CLSP, by that time you must remember these two words, MOA and AOA. Memorandum of Association, Articles of Association. These are the two terms which will be frequently used in this specific subject. So finalize means they have to prepare the complete documentation. Everything must be considered at the time of incorporation of the company. As we have seen in the role of promoter, they are coming up with the idea of opening a new business. It means what? When there is an idea in the minds of the promoter that they are supposed to open a new business, they are involving themselves in setting up of a new business. In that case, they have to think about everything from A to Z. Okay, what will be the address, what will be the registered address, whether they will having different branches. Okay, then next they have to see about the capital structure, how much money, how they will generate the finance or the capital, which is the essence of every company. They have to take many and several decisions for the purpose of commencement or incorporation of the business. And again, at the time of finalizing memorandum of association and articles of association, it means these are the two primary, at the same times equally important documents which will remain with the company forever till the company is going to get shut down or winding up. Okay, so these are such important documents from the company's point of view that the record. Okay, when we say the company that they promoters are preparing the memorandum of association and articles of association, it means what? These are such an important documents. If any mistake is in preparation of memorandum of association, that will be a suffering point from the company's point of view. So before deciding the points to be covered in MOA and AOA, the promoters have to take a very keen observation for the preparation of the document which is known as memorandum and articles of association. So while preparing those documents, while finalizing memorandum and association and articles of association, the promoters have to be very careful, because what are the main contents of MOA and AOA? Memorandum of association, it contains the main idea for the preparation of MOA is that the company's aims and objectives are mentioned in that, and in articles of association, how to run the company, the internal business, the rules and regulations for the internal management is covered under articles of association. So at that time, promoters have to be very careful. They have to take each and every point in consideration before incorporation or at the time of setting up of a new business. So finalizing MOA and AOA is a very tough job from the promoter's point of view. So before finalizing it or at the time of preparation of these documents, they have to think about each and every point which is related to the incorporation of the company. Correct? So finalizing MOA and AOA. So this is first step. Second we have seen. Third also we have gone through with. Fourth also we have completed. And next is, what is that? signing, stamping and dating of memorandum of association and articles of association. Simply preparing and finalizing memorandum and articles again is not sufficient. Then what next is required? The signing of MOA, AOA, stamping, dating of these two documents. So again you can understand how important that document is. Okay, so the document contains legal and technical information related to the objectives of the company. Okay, now the memorandum of association and articles of association must be signed by each of the subscriber. And who are the subscribers? The promoters are also known as a first directors. So they have to subscribe. Okay, so each and every director or a promoter, they must sign that these two documents, that is MOA and AOA. Okay, then it must be verified. Okay, and what they have to observe in these two important documents, that is they shall have, means memorandum and articles of association shall add the name, description, address, occupation, etc. in the presence of at least one witness who shall attest the signature, like sign and add in the name, description, address and occupation. See, it means what? Signing, stamping and dating. Indirectly, the persons who are related or who are involved in the incorporation process, who are part of the business of formation of the company or incorporation of the company, then they must sign the MOA. Okay, because signing is a very important feature or characteristics for these companies' point of view. So while signing, okay, they must sign with the presence of all, should be together on the table. They should discuss it and they should sign and they should verify whether all the essential formalities which have to be included in MOA, whether anyone has been missed, that address has been missed by them, or any other important inclusion which is necessary for MOA. So why this job is done together in a group? Because nothing should be missed by any one of the director. So in the presence of all directors, all the proposed directors or promoters, they have to sign it. Then after signing MOA and AOA, it needs to be stamped as per the Indian Stamp Act 1899. See, stamping under Indian, what is that? Indian Stamp Act 1899. So here signing हो गया. Okay, they have signed in the presence of 5, 10, how many? There are the promoters for the new proposed company. After signing, it is equally important to stamp that particular documents. Which are those documents? MOA and AOA. Then it has to be stamped. After signing, that particular documents must be stamped as per the Indian Stamp Act 1899. The stamp duty depends on the authorized share capital of the company. See, this stamping requires the stamp duty. Even you must know that before buying any property, at the time of purchase of property, that stamp duty is equally important. Unless you are not paying that stamp duty, that particular property will not be in your name. So this is equally important. So that is the case of buying or purchasing of the home. But in case of incorporation of the company, once you have signed the MOA and AOA, then stamping is equally important, and that stamping will take place under the Indian Stamp Act 1899. Correct hai? Then it may be stamping date or any other date after stamping. When the stamp has been done, okay, that particular MOA and AOA has been stamped, then there must be a date. Okay, once, for example, you have stamped that particular documents on today, we will take the date is 30th. Today is 30 March, then 33/20. So the date on MOA will be either 30/3/21 or after 3321. So this is what is exactly the process for dating. Dating of what? These two documents, MOA and AOA. So today we have covered only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps, and there are total near about 11 steps. So after these steps, in coming lectures we will see the remaining steps related to the incorporation of the company. So you have to remember, because this question is always asked in exam, the process or the steps included in the incorporation of the company. So be serious, go through with the videos, okay, that will help you in scoring good marks. So stay safe, stay secure. Thank you.